Hey, welcome back to another helping of My English Schools webinars. My name is Kirsty and I am live from Rome, as I always am. I hope you guys are all well. I am a little bit tired today because I've been doing what have I been doing? Aside from working, I've been dancing. I've been trying to dance using workout videos. Some of it is, some of these videos are called like cardio dance, cardio boxing, cardio twerk, cardio everything. So I just kind of thought, well, do you know what? Because it's a difficult time, I'm just going to push myself to do things I wouldn't normally do at home. So I've been enjoying myself. So I've literally just finished doing a workout. So my body's a bit tired, to be honest. I'm a bit kind of hot and bothered, to be honest. I will have a shower after I finish teaching tonight, and yeah, I'm already thinking about dinner. I think I'm going to have artichokes, Roman artichokes for dinner, because I bought a pack of 4 artichokes yesterday, and I want to cook them tonight. I think I'm just going to boil them, or like steam them, you know, in a pan and have them with some oil. Something quite simple tonight, because I had chicken for my lunch. I count cooking as one of my achievements in this period. At the start of the year, I decided that my New Year's resolution was going to be to cook better for myself, because before I used to cook like, you would think I was cooking for my worst enemy the way I used to cook. I used to just not think much about it at all. I just think, oh, well, it's just me. Why bother cooking? I started this year, I started making more of an effort to make sure that when I cook something, I actually cook something that was nutritionally good for me. So today I cooked some chicken. I put some chicken in the oven with some herbs, and I decided to put some orange in there as well. I don't know why, and I don't know. I know it's duck à l'orange is the French dish, but I had chicken à l'orange. I just put a load of oranges in with my chicken, and it turned out okay. Like there was something, I don't know, maybe it was lacking something. I must check out the internet to see if there's an internet online, to see if there's a recipe online for orange chicken, because I think if I tweaked the recipe a little bit, it would work. I literally just put chicken, herbs, and some orange on top of the chicken and stuck it in the oven, and it worked out okay. But I would like to see if there was actually a better recipe out there on the internet. Guys, for 2020, I know it's April and we're still relatively speaking at the start of the year, but what achievements have you made so far in 2020? Let me write this in the comment section. What are your achievements so far in 2020? Okay, tell me what are your achievements, or what have been your achievements so far, if you've actually reached these goals. But equally, you can say what are your achievements so far in 2020. I know one of my achievements has been to start cooking. So I have started cooking better, cooking better. I have started working out more regularly. worked out a little bit last year, but yeah, it was maybe about October. No, yeah, it was like October. Actually, no, it was actually September. Crikey, it was like September. I started working out more regularly. Like I joined the gym, but this year I've been doing more exercise. I've been really kind of pushing myself more. What achievements have you had so far this year? I have been reading more. I have been reading more lately. Yeah, lately I've been reading more. Tell me in the comment section, what have you guys been doing? So we're just having a quick look at what we're doing today. Discussing success, idioms about accomplishments, and phrasal verbs with out. Okay, out being the preposition. Okay, how do people become successful? What does it take? How do you measure success? Who is the most successful person you know, and what makes them successful? Have a look at these questions. Oh, excuse me. I think I might need a coffee. Actually, no, probably not. Just water. Drink loads of water. Okay. So, answer the questions on the slide. So, how do people become successful? What does it take? How do you measure success? Who is the most successful person that you know, and what makes them successful? So I'm just going to give you a couple of minutes to answer these questions that are on the slide, and then we can move on. Okay, so people who have a good work ethic and the right attitude become successful. Do you agree? Okay, guys, if you're watching and want to get involved, please comment in the comment section and we can have a conversation. Okay. So I've written some notes in the comment section. So people who have a good work ethic and the right attitude become successful. To become successful requires hard work and dedication. I don't think you can measure success using a particular scale or set of rules. I think each person can be successful in their own right. Okay. Right. Who is the most successful person that you know? What makes them successful? What makes them successful? It's a tricky one. I don't really know any. I'm trying to think of someone I could use as an example. Yeah, I'm not gonna choose my boss or anything like that. I'm trying to think of someone else. I think my brother is probably the most successful person that I know, who I know. Yeah, sorry, the most successful person that I know, because he studied really hard at school, went to university, got a really good degree, and he started working in financial services, and very quickly he got a job with a company, and now he is like a financial advisor, and he has been really, really successful in this job. And now he's in a position where he could be like make decisions within the companies. Like really, he's done fantastically well, and he's younger than me. So by the time he is my age, probably he will. I'm not sure if he'll have a director role, but he'll be like really, really. He'll have a fantastic role by the time he's my age. So, like I'm really proud of him for that. Okay, so someone else has joined. Hello. Tell me who you are in the comments section, guys. I'd love to know who you are. Okay, let's move on. Let's move on. Okay, let's do the gap fill. Let's do the gap fill. So, we've got some idiomatic expressions here. So we've got rags to riches, move up in the world, leaps and bounds, come a long way, ahead of the pack, front runner, and top dog. What do these things mean? So look at the phrases on the screen and tell me, what do they mean? So rags to riches, move up in the world, leaps and bounds, come a long way, ahead of the pack, front runner, and top dog. Oh, excuse me. It's because I've been working out. I'm tired now. I'm worn myself out. Okay. So rags to riches, what do you think that could mean? Move up in the world. Okay. I'll help you out with this, guys. So rags to riches, someone who goes from rich to poor. Oh, sorry, from poor to rich. Sorry, my mistake. Someone who goes from poor to rich. Move up in the world. Okay, so rags to riches, someone who moves from poor to rich. Someone who goes from poor to rich. Then we've got move up in the world, so someone makes progress in their career. Okay, so he moved up in the world. He has moved up in the world. He's made progress in his career. Has maybe become more more senior has improved their salary. Maybe they've improved their status in society. Improved status. All right. Okay, leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. Leaps and bounds. So usually in leaps and bounds, it's like obvious progress. It's like obvious progress, obvious yeah, it's like really obvious and considerable progress. Yeah. Okay. Come a long way. Come a long way means someone who, again, it's another way to say it's all to do with progress. They all mean progress. Come a long way. It's like long journey to reach a goal, to reach the goalpost. Okay. Ahead of the pack. Ahead of the pack. It's like someone is like a step. Someone who has a step in front of everybody else. And finally, oh no, sorry, I've got front runner and top dog. Front runner, someone destined to win, get the prize, job. Okay. And then we've got top dog. Top dog is like CEO, like a CEO, or the person in first position in tennis, for example. Okay, cool. So how could we fill in the blanks? So Jane has in her career. At the moment, she is for an important promotion at work. Okay, Jane says it is both her work ethic and her positive attitude that put her at the workplace. Okay. Jane grew up in a poor family, so her success is a true story. Jane admits that it feels great to have more money and status. She also believes that her greatest achievement is her courage. Her confidence has grown over the past several years. Whether she becomes at work or not, Jane feels she has achieved her own version of success. What do you think? Okay. Measuring success. How is success being measured with the following idioms? In relation to others, in relation to somebody's past, from a starting point in the past to the present moment. Okay, so so what do you think? So in relation to others, so with these idioms, we're actually making a comparison between the past and present, but also in comparison to other people. So in relation to others, we might say that someone is top dog. Okay, so someone is the boss of the company. In relation to others, top dog shows that someone is like number one, right? So I think top dog and front runner and ahead of the pack relate to other people. Okay, it says leaps and bounds from the starting point in the past to the present moment. Yeah, leaps and bounds, number 3. Rags to riches in relation to somebody's past. I think that's number 2. Front runner, number 1. Move up in the world. Tricky. Maybe 2. Yeah. Top dog is number 1. Come a long way is like number 3. And ahead of the pack is number 1. The sky's the limit. Answer the following questions. Have you ever read a book or watched a film about a rags to riches story? Explain the story. Do you think it is easy for people to move up in the world? What is easy or hard about it? When you think about a dog in a workplace, what type of person is he, she? Okay. Okay, so I think when I read the Alchemist in English, it was a book about like a poor shepherd who basically, when he was, I think he was a little boy, was given some money. He had the choice about what to do, so he bought a load of sheep, and then I think he wanted his life to change. I think he wanted to find something a bit more fulfilling, give his life more meaning, and he went off in search of success. In reality, he wanted to find a sense of purpose. I'm not sure if he ever really wanted to find, money or fame or fortune. Like it was really unclear, in the sense that he just wasn't happy with where he was, and he knew he wanted success, and he was trying to find the answers to life. And of course, as he started to go on his quest to discover other things, he he started to be intrigued by the different things he saw, people he met, and but he learned sometimes the success and the answers were, you know, closer to you than you expect. And in the end, he found love, and he met someone who could help him understand alchemy, and he became successful because he went on a journey, and he discovered, and he enriched his life by stepping outside of the comfort zone. And it wasn't that he ever found wealth or anything, but he learned a lot of lessons, and he gained a lot of experience. So he became rich in a kind of psychological sense, but also rich on a very personal level. Do you think it's easy for people to move up in the world? Is it easy or hard? What is easy or hard about it? No, I don't think it's easy for people to move up in the world. I think a lot of people think that if they go on reality TV, they will just be catapulted into stardom, which is not true. I think it can make people think that fame is easy, that if you open up a YouTube channel, or if you set up an Instagram account and just take photos of yourself all day, eventually you'll become famous. And maybe you might get lots of attention, sure you might do, but the question is, what would you be famous for? Actually have. I don't think it's very easy, and also I think lots of people become famous if they are married, or they make links and connections with people who are already successful. So a lot of people kind of they kind of climb onto the back of rather than create success for themselves, or even just recognize what success that they have already. Okay. Have you ever read a book or watched a film about rags to riches? No, okay, we've done that. When you think about the top dog in a workplace, what type of person is he or she? So, I think a top dog in the workplace is usually someone who's really, really strong, probably quite terrifying, I would say, as well. It depends on the workplace. If I think about financial services, they're probably people that I don't like. I have to say, people who are the CEOs or the top dogs in financial services companies are normally people I don't like. I find them difficult to deal with. On a personal level, I think sometimes they lose sight of the person below them, or I find it difficult to relate to people that are to certain people in positions of power in financial services, for example. It depends on the industry. It depends on the industry, and it depends how they speak to other people. You know, if they treat everybody as individuals, as people, that's fine. If they treat everyone as a number and they don't understand, people are people rather than robots, I find them difficult to deal with. Okay. Okay. So, outstanding. Phrasal verbs using out. Hey, hello, guys, if you're watching, can you make yourself known in the comments section so I know who I'm talking to. Okay, I'm sorry if the connection's really bad. I'm doing my best. Okay, phrasal verbs using out. Outperform. To perform better than someone else. Dan sold more cars this month than his colleagues. He really outperformed his workmates. So we've got outrun, outsmart, outshine, outdo yourself, stand out. Okay, outperform. Wonder what does outrun mean? Outsmart, outshine, outdo yourself, stand out. Okay, to outrun. So if you're in the race and you're running along the track, if someone outruns you, it means they overtake you on the track. To outsmart someone is when someone says or does something that is more clever than the person. To outshine is when someone says or does something that is noticeably better than someone else. To outdo yourself, it's when you do a better job than you kind of thought you could. And to stand out is when you are like, let's say you are the pineapple in a box full of bananas. You are the thing that everyone notices. Okay. Good. Okay. Okay. So, can you think, we're not going to do this. We're going to get rid of that. So, can you think of a time when can you think of a time when you outperform someone? Can you have you ever outsmart someone? Ever outsmarted someone? Or outdone yourself? Outdone yourself? Have you ever, I'm trying to think what else. Have you ever stood out? Has there ever been a time when you stood out from the crowd. Okay. So I wonder if you can explain to me if you've had one of these experiences. So can you think of a time when you outperformed someone else? Have you ever outsmarted someone or outdone yourself? Has there ever been a time when you stood out from the crowd? I think there was one time when I outperformed someone else in at school in French. I was quite good at French at school, and I did better than my classmates. And I also outperformed some of my classmates in mathematics as well. Where the level wasn't very good, and I actually passed the exam, but almost everyone else failed the exam. I don't know why, but they didn't do very well in that particular class. But I managed to outperform them. I haven't really outsmarted people. It depends what you mean. Outsmarted is kind of, I always associate it with something slightly negative. So I always think that it's like a criminal is trying to outsmart the police, you know, like trying to trying to get one do something better than the other one. Yeah, it's like a competition. It's not terribly, I don't find it a terribly pleasant verb to really use in conversation, because it's not that it's rude, it's just that it's like, it has this, for me it has a certain sense, and I wouldn't ever say that I'd outsmarted someone. It would sound quite arrogant, actually. Have I ever outdone myself? Have I ever done better than I thought I was going to do? Of course, many times. It's actually really nice when that happens, because you're like, yay! But also I think some of it actually, I think when I say that I've outdone myself a couple of times, I would also say that it's because I doubted myself, I doubted my abilities. So actually, when I did what it was I was going to do, I just actually did a good job. But it was like, it wasn't that I'd done like the best job in the world. It was just that I'd done, I'd made a good attempt without even really trying. But it was just my perception of how I was going to do was actually lower than it should have been. Okay. trying to think of the other one. Has there ever been a time when you stood out from the crowd? Aside from working on YouTube, no, I don't think I've ever really stood out from the crowd. I'm not really a YouTube. I don't really have a face for YouTube. Actually, before this happened, I was saying to myself that I don't have a face for YouTube. I'm not sure I'll be able to do this. But now I have to teach on YouTube all the time. But I would never think to open up my own YouTube channel and talk about, like my holidays or what I eat. I'm just not that kind of. I just don't think anyone is really interested in what I do in my life. But I know lots, and I have friends who use YouTube, and I know people have had huge success from doing stuff on YouTube. So I think if it's used as a tool in the right way, you can really stand out from the crowd. When, like, if you're wanting to teach English, or if you're wanting to teach a language or showcase your skills, you can reach a large audience on YouTube, like all over the world. So I think it's one way to help you distinguish yourself from maybe other people in the market, but you have to be really intelligent about how you do it. So yeah, I don't think I'll be going on YouTube anytime soon. Okay. Right, guys, I'm afraid we've run out of time. I'm sorry to the people who have had maybe connection problems or haven't been able to see me. If my connection problems have been bad, I'm sorry if that's been the case, because I couldn't see if any of you were watching. But I hope anyone who does watch this video finds some of it useful. I've written questions and I've written some of the meanings in the comment section, so you can read it when you want. And I hope some of my examples you found useful. Okay. Take care and enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye bye.